the New Jersey Generals first came to the Meadowlands, and Herschel Walker signed.
That's back in the old Giant Stadium days.
Old Giant Stadium.
2nd and 10. And Ciotti rolls. Here comes the pressure. He's going to have to go down at the 25-yard line. And coming up and making the play, number 94, Zach Anderson. We've called his name a couple of times. That's a big body in the middle there of the line, 6'4", 278.
He's had a couple of big plays defensively.
Third and very long coming up here now for Blue Nation. Third and about 19. Third and 18, actually.
Get back to Coach Stock. We mentioned he was with the Green Bay Packers. He's also coached with the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Redskins, the Rams. Quite famous.
And a very good resume right there for Coach Mike Stock. And Ciotti steps up, throws, short throw, almost intercepted at the 39-yard line.
That could have been interesting because he had a lot of running room if he was able to catch that one.
Darius Wilson from Central State University had his paws on that one. That one, I think, surprised him a little bit with how that was coming right at him.
Right to him. He had too much time to think about.
And so 4th and long for Blue Nation with 43 seconds left to go until halftime as they've gotten the clock reset.
Well, based on that series, that's why I thought Red Nation may have tried to go for it on that 4th down because they seem to be able to dominate Blue Nation's offense.
And we have a flag down and a procedure call against Blue Nation, which will push them back 5 yards. So they'll be spotted now back at the 21-yard line. Red Nation stands to get great field position here, as they have standing back right around midfield Tyrone Laughinghouse, number 13, who's been their return man for most of this ball game. So 4th and incredibly long here, and it will be kicked away again. They'll try this one a second time. Snap up into the wind again, and this time it takes a big Blue Nation bounce, and it is down at the 43-yard line. So Red Nation gets the ball back with 31 seconds to go.
Red Nation will start 1st and 10 with 31 seconds.
And Laughinghouse not given an opportunity to return that kick. So now I imagine we will just see Red Nation take a knee and be happy to go into the locker room up 21-0 in this 3rd annual National Bowl.
This should be Phillips' series, right? Number 12.
It is Phillips coming in. As he and Durley have been switching off each of these series so far. Phillips, 6'2", 195 out of West Virginia State.
They may decide to try something here. They're in the double slot formation. Let's see if they run the ball.
Here comes the cornerback blitz. Phillips has to step up into the vacated area.
A lot of room.
40, 30, and he goes out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. So the cornerback came in and blitzed. Phillips able to avoid it. Goes right to the vacated area. Goes out of bounds to stop the clock with 23 seconds left to go. Very heady play right there by Phillips.
Not only that, but now with the field position they have, they can take a couple shots at the end zone with 23 seconds left. But again, they got caught in that blitz with man coverage. He avoided the blitz, and then a lot of running room down that left sideline.
So Phillips will come back to the sideline, get the play in from his coaching staff. Coach Mike Stock, as we mentioned, formerly the Green Bay Packers, won Special Teams Coach of the Year in 1997. Gary Haas is the offensive coordinator here for Red Nation. And so far he has had a tremendous game calling plays for Red Nation. Here comes the pressure from the ends again. Phillips steps up.
A lot of room again.
To the 20.
One more block, he may get in.
To the 10, and dives for the pylon, and they're going to say he's out at the 1.
11 seconds left. He did a nice job of avoiding that rush, and then all of a sudden he just, like a little cut back against the grain, down the left sideline again. Had that block in the end zone, but he just stepped out before he dove for the pylon.
A timeout called by Red Nation with 11 seconds to go. Phillips now has 4 rushes for 74 yards. He started this drive with 2 carries for 18. So he went 27 yards and then 29 yards on the last 2 rushes.
Both times because of his ability to avoid the blitz and then get to the outside. And being in man coverage, the receivers had run off the defender, so there was nobody left. A lot of green, not grass, green turf in front of him before a blue shirt even showed up.
This has been from the weather to the setup, and a complete opposite of the way the second annual National Bowl went last year on a sunny, a nice day for
balmy, like 50 degrees.
Yeah, about 50, 55 degrees.
It was a week earlier, if you think about it. Last year was on December 4th, I think.
A couple of days earlier than it was last year, but than it was this year. But, still, early December in the Lehigh Valley, a day like today can happen.
Yes.
So coming out of the timeout, tight formation, 1st and goal from the 1.
Look for the isolation play up here with the I formation.
Phillips.
There it is.
A handoff into the end zone for the touchdown. Carried in by number 29, Darius Kinney from Kane University.
Jersey boy.
And 4 seconds comes off the clock, 7 ticks left. And the extra point trying to come right now with Red Nation on top now 27-0. Snap, spot, kick is up, and the kick is good. So 7 seconds to go in the half. Red Nation, it's been all Red Nation so far. 28-0 over Blue Nation. Let's head to the sidelines and Jerry Morelli.
Darius Kinney from Kane University, located in Union County, a Jersey guy. Just scored a touchdown. Tell us about the touchdown run.
I just told Coach to put me in, and I'm going to get the touchdown for you. And he believed in me, and I just got it in for my team.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Coach Rock and Coach Green, back to you guys.
It's a 3-play, 57-yard drive. Took 24 seconds off the clock. And that 1-yard touchdown run by Darius Kinney from Kane University. And Red Nation, 28-0 over Blue Nation here. And it is going to be an interesting locker room speech, I'm sure, by the coaching staff of Blue Nation as they try to get some kind of momentum going here to start. And that return by Spikes taken up across the 35 to the 39-yard line. And let's see if they have official time on the field here. There is 1 second left on the clock.
I think they're going to say
And they're going to say, I think.
Well, Blue Nation's leaving.
Yeah, Blue Nation is heading off to the locker rooms here. The officials will come down, hold up the football, and that'll do it. So we have reached halftime here from J. Birney Crum Stadium in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's been all Red Nation in the 3rd annual National Bowl presented by East Preps. And this broadcast in association with Muggs Media. Red Nation 28, Blue Nation nothing. When we come back, 3rd quarter action.
Mike, tell you, this is a great event to showcase, young athletes who might get a shot at the NFL. So talk about how you got this whole thing together.
Well, what we've done is we've been able to create a kind of a nexus here in the Lehigh Valley, bring some of the top players from small schools from all around the country here to the Lehigh Valley to really play an all-star game. The players are extremely excited about it. We had 2 NFL teams here. Several other NFL teams have called us this week, and we just want to give those players an opportunity to showcase their skills to scouts, since from smaller school players sometimes don't get that opportunity.
Now, this is the 3rd year of a National Bowl. You're going to keep it going?
Yeah, 3rd year, and we are going to keep going. A lot of bowls have failed. Our business model is a little bit different. We ask everybody to kind of invest in themselves and help us to keep doing it. And all the players are strong, and we had to turn players away, and it's going to be a great opportunity, and it's not going to stop.
Welcome back to J. Birney Crum Stadium here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, the third annual National Bowl. Teams coming out of the locker room here as they are set to begin third quarter action. And Red Nation on top of Blue Nation by a score of 28-0. A rainy afternoon here in Allentown. Nice crowd has come out here, though, on the near side of the stadium to see these student athletes from college look to get in front of some scouts one more time. Spikes with the reception at the 15-yard line up to the 20 and then taken down. They'll give him to the 21-yard line, most likely. In fact, they give him a little further up to the 23. So Blue Nation will start 1st and 10 there from their own 23-yard line. If we could sum things up for Blue Nation in the first half, I think the 17 total yards will probably
say it all.
Yeah, 7 yards on the ground.
10 in the air.
And 10 in the air.
Once you take away the sacks and those types of things. So total positive yards was 17.
And when we get to the offensive stats for Red, you're going to see a lot different story. And we'll get to them in just a second. Pinciani back in, throws a quick pass to the near side to Brad Carroll on the reception. So as we go through these Blue Nation stats, VJ Hunt with a 1 carry for a loss of 9. Ronnie Edwards, 2 rushes for 1 yard. Nick Kukik had 1 rush for 12 yards. That's the largest run of the day for Blue. Number 24, Marcus Mayo, 1 rush for 3 yards. Inside handoff from Pinciati. And that is up near the chains and very close to a first down. Nick Kukik on the carry, and Kukik, his second rush of the day, goes for another big chunk of yards. Pinciati, 1 of 3 for 4 yards. He's been sacked once for a loss of 8. Mayo was 1 of 2. So 2 of 5 passing in this game for Blue. The 2 receptions, one for Kwame Spikes for 4 yards and the other going to Al Lewis for 14. But a first down for Blue Nation up to the 36-yard line. Looking to get something going here. Down by 4 scores. Pinciati with the inside give. Look at all the space and the flat. Kukik again, and he's down inside the 35-yard line. They'll give him to the 33.
Yeah, Blue Nation looks like offensively they're starting to get back on track here. Couple nice runs.
1st and 10 Blue Nation from the 32-yard line. Have to update those stats for Kukik here in just a minute. So 1st and 10 Blue Nation at the Red Nation 32. Best field position of the game so far for Blue Nation. Shotgun for Pinciati. Back to pass. Throws over the middle, wide open, and down at the 9-yard line. Nice catch. Caught by VJ Hunt, number 14, out of the University of West Georgia.
Nice read by Pinciati there. He read that, covered 2 deep safeties, and he went over the middle, right down that seam, which is usually the vulnerable area in that 2 deep look. Found his receiver right down the middle, right over the top of the linebackers.
So Pinciati with over 6,400 yards passing in his career. Completing 58% of those tosses, 58 touchdowns for his career at Millsaps. 1st and goal from the 9. He'll throw to the right side to Hunt. Hunt makes a move, spins away, and gets just inside the 6. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal. This is a much different look here for Blue Nation to start this third quarter.
It came out with a lot higher level of execution. mixing the run and the pass.
So Blue Nation's offense, as we mentioned, 17 total yards in that first half, and give credit to the Red Nation defense as well, but some adjustments clearly been made here at halftime. Pinciani, 2nd and goal from the 6. Rolls, throws, and into the end zone, caught for the touchdown. Blue Nation gets on the board, the touchdown caught by number 7, Kwame Spikes.
Nice job by Pinciani there. He bought some time, waited, was patient. Then Kwame Spikes was able to break off his route, find a lane in the end zone where he could see his quarterback, give him a lane to throw the ball through, and he was able to just gun it in there. Nice catch. Nice job by Blue Nation. Nice drive to open up the second half.
And Blue Nation out to attempt the extra point. Another southpaw kicker. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 11:29 showing on the clock here in the third quarter as Nick Knell makes the extra point. And Blue Nation on the board, trailing Red Nation by a score of 28-7. Let's head down to the sidelines and check in with Jerry Morelli.
James, we're here with Garrett Pinchatti from Bill Saps College. He threw a touchdown pass. Take us through that play.
You know, it was a good play call. Give it to my teammates. They blocked great, ran the great routes. I was a little late on my read, but great move by the receiver to work back across the back line. Found him in the back of the end zone. It worked out well.
How important was it to get on the scoreboard?
Oh, it was really important. We definitely needed a mood of encouragement right now. I know we were down 28-0 going into half. So getting out here, getting the first drive, and setting the tone for the second half, and we're going to come back. So it's going to be a good second half.
Okay, back up to James Green and Coach Rocca.
Thanks very much, Jerry. That drive took 3:31 off the clock, 6 plays, 77 yards. Easily the best Blue Nation has looked in this ballgame so far. They're on the board, trailing Red Nation 28-7 with 11:29 to go in the third. James Green and the coach Bill Rocca here, the third annual National Bowl presented by East Preps, broadcast done in association with Muggs Media. As this kick will go into the end zone, into the back of the end zone and out for a touchback. So Red Nation will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Partner, now what Blue Nation needs is a stop.
Yes, they need a 3 and out and an opportunity to get their offense back on the field. And obviously, if you're Red Nation, you want to answer that touchdown with a touchdown of your own. But we haven't seen Blue Nation stop the Red Nation offense all during the first half, so let's see what the adjustments they made at halftime to try to be able to curtail this Red Nation offense.
And it was Ricky Phillips who was in at quarterback, number 12, for that last drive for Red Nation, where they scored in the final seconds to go up by 4 scores right before halftime. Back in is Sam Durley, number 17 from Eureka College, if you remember his name. He set an NCAA single-game record with 736 yards passing earlier this season, and he throws to the right side, incomplete near midfield. The intended receiver was Joe Ingrau, number 19.
Had his hands on it, but wasn't able to hold on.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Durley, and we've talked about Durley has a very nice fluid motion, throws a nice ball.
Right.
And he had his man there, but good defense there too by Blue Nation.
Yeah, and he put the ball in a pretty good position for Ingrau to make the catch, but unfortunately was not able to hold on.
So it's 2nd and 10 for Red Nation from their own 20-yard line. Check that, the 25. Durley back to pass. Throws left side, incomplete as he overthrew his intended receiver. Just threw behind him just a little bit.
Yeah, slightly behind. But again, throwing that, that typical NFL route, that deep out pattern from a straight drop position. A lot of arm strength.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Durley will be over center with an I formation. And they'll go with the pitch to the halfback. Has to follow his blocks. can't quite turn it upfield on the pitch to Gill. And give credit to Blue Nation, led by Leonidas Redding, number 90 on the defensive line, coming up with the stop.
Yeah, the offensive drive has brought a little life to the Blue Nation defense as well. Did a nice job there, 3 and out. Opportunity to get the ball back. Good field position. Get right back in this ball game.
Blue Nation has Al Lewis back, number 8, on the near side of the 40. As Red Nation's Derek Carlson gets set to punt this one away from his own 15-yard line, boots it away, and it will go to the far side of the field. Picked up by Davis. And Davis is taken down near midfield, but Blue Nation will have very good field position to start their second possession of the third quarter. They've already put 7 up on the board here since halftime. 10-11 left to go in the third, and Blue Nation in business. First and 10 at midfield. So this is pretty much exactly what Blue Nation was looking for. Get that early touchdown on your first possession, go out, get a stop, 3 and out on defense. Get the ball back and looking to make some plays here.
Looks like they brought, is that Panciotti back out there for the second series?
They've gone back to Pinciotti, who will throw to the right side. Single coverage, and it's knocked away by Douglas Ivey, number 4.
So looking to get it all on the first play. Ran the fly pattern down the sideline. Nice play by the defensive back.
Brad Carroll was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down for Blue. Didn't go over Red stats on their possession. They have 125 yards on the ground in this game. 237 total. Pass over the middle, little
miscommunication there. Yeah, the receiver never even turned around.
Pinciotti's pass going behind his intended receiver was number 32. Ronnie Edwards from Lenore Ryan University, 5'8", 185-pound running back, is lining up there near side slot. 3rd and 10 from the 50 for Blue Nation. You know, as crisp as that first drive looked, Blue Nation wants to keep that momentum going here. Pinciotti, shotgun, will roll to his left. Space, throws over the middle, and it's intercepted at the 25-yard line. Did he hang on to it?
Yes, he did.
Yes. Andrew Shannon from Birmingham Southern College coming over from the safety position, playing center field. And again, some miscommunication on the route run by the wide receiver, and Pinciotti throws the pick.
Yeah, he definitely, either he broke it off too soon or he overthrew him, but that ball sailed, and it was a nice interception, but it had no shot for a completion the way it was delivered.
So 1st and 10 for Red Nation at the 24-yard line. Moving left to right here at J. Birney Crum Stadium in Allentown, Pennsylvania, with 9:55 to go in the third, and a wet, raw, clammy, early December day in the Lehigh Valley.
Let's see if Blue Nation can get another 3 and out here.
Go back to Ricky Phillips, a quarterback for Red Nation. I formation and the give to the running back up to the 25, 26-yard line where he's met by Vince Romano.
There he goes for a gain of 2. That brings up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 yards. Chance Damaris on the carry. 2nd and 8 coming up here for Red Nation. 3rd annual National Bowl. Second one that we've covered here with Muggs Media. James Green and the coach Bill Rocca and the Muggs Media crew here with Chuck Mills on camera. Jerry Morelli down on the sideline. Rick Graylard up here handling stats. So happy to have you aboard for this contest as we see some of the brightest stars College football looking to get in front of the eyes of some scouts. One final opportunity here to show what they can do. I formation. Phillips throws off his back foot and making an adjustment and coming up with the catch. What a job up at the 45-yard line. Lee Carruthers on the reception.
Yeah, you're talking about a great adjustment to the ball. They just bought the house, and he just laid it out there, and Carruthers made a nice adjustment to the ball. Located it. The defensive back wasn't quite sure where it was, and Carruthers made the adjustment and made the catch for a sizable gain.
I tell you, Durley came in with a lot of the accord, as did Pinciotti, but I'm impressed with Ricky Phillips.
You're right. He's been had a hot hand. He's been involved in a couple of their scores. He's done a nice job getting the ball downfield.
So 1st and 10 for Red Nation at their own 45-yard line. They've got some things going here. And they go with the handoff up the middle.
Oh, a little reverse.
No, it's a reverse. It got me fooled.
Faked it up the middle and ran the end around.
So they go with the end around and they give to Lamont Lewis, number 85. In the first half, there were seven different rushers for Red Nation.
Carry goes to around the 48-yard line. Brings up second and around 3.
Phillips was 2 of 4 for 28 yards in that first half passing. And Durley was 8 of 12 for 87 yards with those 2 touchdown passes. So after the reverse gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Looked like a broken play.
Yep.
Phillips has to eat the ball back at the 47-yard line.
Definite mix-up in the backfield. The tailback never came for the mesh point. Quarterback turned around. All he saw were blue shirts.
So almost as much gained on the previous play as lost, and it'll bring up 3rd and 8. At the 47-yard line, Red Nation has to get to the blue 45. And Phillips will come back over to the sideline. And again, Coach, this is one of the hurdles that anybody faces as an offensive player. You have 2 practices, and then you do a walkthrough the day of the game. Right. So basically you have 3 opportunities to really get out there and try to mesh with your new teammates for this one game.
So you can understand a few breakdowns happening, especially from an offensive perspective.
Shotgun, Phillips gets great protection, throws over the middle, and just overthrows his intended receiver, who was heading down the middle of the field. Allen Anderson, number 18, was the intended receiver.
So Blue Nation, again, a little bit of a defensive stand here, forcing the punt.
So Carlson on to punt away for Red Nation, 2 back again for Blue Nation, back around the 20. Kwame Spikes on the far side, number 7. He's had a couple of returns in this ball game for Blue Nation.
I would say the strong point so far for Blue Nation during the first half has been their return game, both kickoff and punt.
Low snap, Carlson gets it off. Good high kick. And sends Lewis back. And Lewis across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Nice punt, nice coverage.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll move him back to the 16. And Blue Nation back out on offense with 6:24 to go in this 3rd quarter. As a cool breeze blows into the press box here at J. Birney Crum Stadium.
It's getting a little colder here, partner, as the day goes on.
It has. Well, they said it was going to be a nasty weekend. It held off yesterday for most parts of this portion of the East Coast. Today, not so much. Mayo back in a quarterback, goes with the inside give, and Red Nation right there on the stop. A host of Red Nation players after they do the give to Martez Turner, number 48.
They had nowhere to go that time. Red Nation defensive front was just dominant on that particular play.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Ball spotted back at the 14-yard line. Blue Nation not showing much in the way of urgency on offense, willing to take their time. Mayo back in the shotgun, a quarterback will throw with the right hand, and it is caught at the 21-yard line.
Nice grab. He was covered pretty well.
Adam Thomas out of Methodist University on the reception. Number 21. Great play on one-on-one coverage. 3rd and 5.
At halftime, I was talking to our sideline people. They're saying some of the players from the deep south are looking forward to getting back home after being up here in the Northeast in December.
I believe me. I bet. We have a timeout on the field. Timeout called by Red Nation as they get their defense set on 3rd and 5 coming up for Blue Nation. First timeout called by Red Nation, who is the home team in this contest. So Blue Nation now has an opportunity to talk things over on offense here. 3rd and 5. This is it's a big possession here with 4:55 to go. You want to get the chains moving. You had some momentum after that first possession. Couldn't do anything the second time you had the ball. And now Blue Nation really in a position where they need to get a first down, I think, Coach, if they want to get an opportunity to put more points on the board and knock this from a 21-point deficit down to 14.
Yeah, and I think, again, you want to keep your defense off the field for a little while, so if you can move the chains and mount a drive that will end up in points, it will be a plus for your defense as well, give them an opportunity to get off the field. They've done a decent job in the second half stopping the Red Nation offense, but now Blue Nation offense obviously has to do something to help out and put some points on the board.
And you can see when they came out with Pinciotti, very sharp in that first drive.
Yep.
Came out with him a second time and was unable to get the ball down the field with the same accuracy as the first, so they went to Mayo. And Mayo back in a quarterback now on 3rd and 5 from the 21. Here comes the pressure. Toss is slightly underthrown. It is caught, though.
It should be a first.
At by V.J. Hunt, number 14 for Blue Nation. And where they spot this football at the 28. That's a first down.
And again, they brought the blitz, and he had the single coverage out there, and he got the ball to the receiver, the hot receiver, deep enough for the first down.
So that is exactly what Blue Nation was looking for, moving the chains. 1st and 10 at their own 28 with 4:35 to go in this third quarter. Chris Thompson is the head coach of Blue Nation. Local to this area, as he is also the second-year head coach of the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks, who play right down the road at Lehigh University. Ooh. Mayo with the shoulder pump fake loses his footing back behind the 25-yard line. And you're starting to see some field issues creep up here with the light, misty rain that's been falling for the entire game.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try to get up inside the rush because the pump fake did not work, so he was going to try and run that ball, and then he lost his footing as he tried to plant and ended up down for a sizable loss. He did have some running room. If he was able to get up in there, he had some room to go.
So it's a loss of 5. 2nd and 15, back at the 23. Mayo on the give, and the inside handoff doesn't go for anything. Red Nation's defense coming up with another big play. Ronnie Edwards, number 32 on the carry. Loss of 1 to the 22. 3rd and 16.
Yeah, this is not what Blue Nation wanted to be in, a 3rd and 16 with Red Nation giving them the opportunity now to just pin their ears back and come after the quarterback.
2:50 to go in the third. Empty backfield, Mayo there by himself. Shotgun 5 wide. Here comes the pressure. They toss the screen, and it doesn't go for much. Back up to the 25-yard line. Adam Thomas on the reception with the blitz, clearly playing with the timing of that play.
Yeah, they just brought the house. Again, they knew 3rd and 16, they were just going to bring it. And he was able to get it off, but nice tackle in the open field. ended that drive.
So 4th and long, and Blue Nation will have to kick. And back to return for Red Nation, Tyrone Laughinghouse, number 13.
Red Nation should get the ball in decent field position.
Looks like Rob Bambini getting that kick away. Punt takes a bad bounce off the hands of Laughinghouse and is recovered by Blue Nation inside the red 40-yard line.
He just misjudged that ball. It looked like it hung up with the wind. He thought it was going to be deeper than it was, and then it just came straight down, and he was short on the on his approach and hit off his fingertips right to the Blue Nation coverage man.
Vince Romano on the recovery for Blue Nation, and Blue Nation in business, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of red.
That was a break they needed. Change the field position a little bit.
And Blue Nation will go back to Mayo. Marcus Mayo from Ferrum College, number 24, back in at quarterback. Great play by Romano, Johnny on the spot from Pace University. Making that recovery, and Mayo back in empty backfield, 5 wide. Here comes the pressure again. He throws over the middle, underthrew his intended receiver who had double coverage. Mayo hits the deck back at the 45. He's 2nd and 10.
Zach Anderson was awfully close to a sack there coming from his defensive end position. Put the pressure on.
So 2nd and 10, this is a big possession right now for Blue Nation. We've talked about how crucial it is for them to get some points on the board here, trailing 28-7. Second and 10 from the red 39. They fake the inside handoff. Mayo has to make a move, and does, but gets to the 36.
Another nice play by Zach Anderson from Northern Michigan. He was able to make that tackle in the open field.
And at least causing Mayo to have to take enough time to make a move, allow the other defenders to come up and finish Mayo off. So gain of 3, third down and 7. And the ball spotted at the 36 to get to the 29 to move the chains.
Little bunch formation to the right.
Can cause some problems for defenses. Mayo rolls that way, throws, extending. Get his hands on the football.
Going to be short, but I assume they're in 4th down territory with time running out in the 3rd quarter. They're going to have to go for it here.
Reception by Akeem Satterfield, number 31, out of Slippery Rock. Satterfield, I believe, was initially put on the Red Nation roster and was switched over to blue. So Satterfield coming up with the reception. 4 down territory here. 4th and about 3 coming up for Blue Nation.
Big play for Blue Nation. They need to move the chains there.
Inside 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Mayo will keep, puts his head down, and where they spot him, inside, looks like the 29. That should be a 1st down.
That's good enough for a Blue Nation 1st down.
And it is. They'll stop the clock momentarily with 8 seconds to go to reset the chains on 1st down. Blue Nation comes back to the line quickly.
I don't think they'll get it off.
They will not get a playoff. Teams head back to the sidelines. That will do it. End of 3 here from J. Birney Crum Stadium in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Red Nation still on top. They lead Blue Nation by a score of 28-7. When we come back, 4th quarter action in the 3rd annual National Bowl. Back here as we start the 4th quarter from Allentown, Pennsylvania, J. Birney Crum Stadium. James Green alongside the coach Bill Rocca. Mugs Media crew here as we bring you the 3rd annual National Bowl. Presented by East Preps and Red Nation on top of Blue Nation by a score of 28-7. Blue Nation driving right now after converting a 4th down. 1st and 10 from the red 28-yard line. And still in at quarterback, number 24, Marcus Mayo. Shotgun back to pass, throws over the middle. He's got a man caught inside the 20, inside the 5, diving for the end zone. Touchdown.
Nice job. Again, the blitz was on. He had the single coverage. He found the receiver, the hot receiver, gave him the ball over the middle. It was a foot race to the end zone. Nice job. They're back in it. 28-14, the whole fourth quarter.
V.J. Hunt on the reception on that little inside slant right there. Very quick as Mayo got the ball out to him. And 8 seconds gone in the fourth. The extra point to come here to make it a 14-point ball game.
Mayo's got the hot hand right now as the quarterback for the Blue Nation.
Knell on to attempt the extra point. Southpaw. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So, 14:52 left in the fourth. Blue Nation has put 2 touchdowns on the board here in this second half. And now trail Red Nation by a score of 28-14. Let's head down to the sidelines and Jerry Morelli.
Okay, James, V.J. Hunt from West Georgia just caught the touchdown pass. Take us through that play.
We lined up in 4 wide, and it was just man coverage. Just had to beat them, and let's go.
Good job there. Okay, about 14 minutes left in this game, 28-14. Red Nation leads. Back up to you guys.
That was a 13-play, 84-yard drive with 6:32 taken off the clock. You can see the scoreboard right there. Red Nation on top of Blue Nation by a score of 28-14 here at J. Birney Crum Stadium, and Blue Nation will kick this one away. We want to thank all of the help we're getting along the sidelines, the Muggs Media crew here with Jerry Morelli handling the sideline interviews today. Thank you very much, Jerry. Knell to kick this one away for Blue Nation. James Pitts on the return back up to the 20-yard line. Pitts number 27 out of Villanova University.
Got some flags flying. A little
pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
A late flag comes in as now the game has picked up in intensity here now that it's gone to a 2-score game. Now with 2 flags, is it going to be
maybe offsetting? Unless somebody else got into the fray afterwards and it was 2 guys from the same club. They're going to have to sort this one out.
Personal foul against Red Nation and personal foul against Blue. Yep, offsetting.
Personal foul in both nations. Those penalties will offset, making it 1st and 10, Red Nation at the 20.
So Red Nation will start 1st and 10 from the end of the return at the 21-yard line. 14:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. And now this has turned into a big possession for Red Nation.
Yeah, if nothing more, they're going to want to change field position and maybe take some time off the clock. A couple first downs would be nice. Durley's back in the ball game.
Durley in. Shotgun. Has to bring the ball back in. Rolls. Throws. Short. And it is incomplete at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, based on the way he was scrambling, never got his shoulder square, never got his front foot down the field, so it was throwing that ball across his body with the momentum going away from the field, and that's why the ball just floated.
Lee Carruthers, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Four wide with Durley in the shotgun. Back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Durley takes a hit.
Ooh.
Completes a pass to the right side, but a big hit right there. Nothing after the catch as Pillar makes the reception. Pillar's got 2 touchdown catches here in this ball game. Just took a big hit. Short gain on the play. 3rd down and long coming up.
Intensity starting to pick up as the game gets into the early stages of the fourth quarter here.
It has. Once Blue Nation got back into this game, the juices really started to get going again. A lot of pride on both sides. Gain of 3, 3rd and 7. Pressure again on Durley. He steps up and is going to get maybe a yard on the keeper. But Blue Nation with a big defensive stop. And just like that, momentum has turned against Red Nation, and Blue Nation will get the ball back after Red Nation kicks it away with about 13 minutes to go, down by 2 scores.
If they can bring that momentum over the offensive side of the ball, we can have ourselves a nice situation here where Blue Nation may be able to get another score here, because right now you can see the momentum swinging over the other side of the field, and the Blue Nation team over there is getting pretty excited.
Kendall Davis back at the 40-yard line for Blue Nation.
Got a little confusion here on who's on this squad and who's not on this squad.
Derek Carlson to punt for Red Nation, as he's done all ball game long. We're now inside 13 minutes to go. Great punt.
Nice punt.
Spiral.
Turned it over.
Back the 31-yard line.
It's got a wall.
It does have a wall up across 40, up to midfield, and across midfield into Red Nation territory. And that was Kendall Davis on the return out of Missouri Western State. And we have some more whistles. On the far side of the field. And they will set the ball up here, 1st and 10.
Nice return.
Yeah, it's at the 48-yard line of Red Nation. That is a great return there by Davis. In Red Nation territory, and you can feel the momentum in this contest has completely shifted. And just as you asked earlier there, Coach, Mayo stays on out as the hot hand, but he's under pressure from behind and taken down on the play by number 52 for Red Nation, James Muirhead from Framingham State University up in Massachusetts.
And that's where he had to try to get rid of that one. Throw it out of bounds, do something, but don't take the big sack.
Big play by Muirhead. On the pressure, Mayo unable to escape, and a loss all the way back to the 41-yard line.
And funny about that, from up here you can see he had a receiver on the right sideline. All he had to do was loft it, towards the bench, towards the Red Nation bench, and he probably would have gotten away with it. But to take the big sack really hurts him right now, because now it makes it a 2nd and a mile.
It's a loss of 11, so it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun again for Mayo. Here comes the pressure. Middle linebacker blitz again. They throw over the middle, and it is caught by Hunt at the 49-yard line of Red Nation. So it's a gain of 10, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, almost got back to the original line of scrimmage by about a yard short of the original line of scrimmage.
So now they have to go into the well and find a 11-plus yard play. Or, again, you're in 4-down territory at this point with 11:15 to go. Or are you?
Well,
got some time left here.
Yeah, there's plenty of time on the clock. They may decide to punt it. They don't make this 1st down here.
Shotgun again for Mayo, 4 wide. Here comes the pressure from the outside. Steps up, throws, has Hunt. Hunt out of bounds. And he will be given the 1st down after getting 12 on the reception.
And now you're starting to see, that again, that offensive execution getting better for Blue Nation. That ball was well thrown.
And Mayo's
got the hot hand.
Absolutely. Mayo has the hot hand, and he seems to have something going with V.J. Hunt.
Yep.
As they've gotten onto the same page.
You can just tell by the way they come in and out of the huddle now. Blue Nation is starting to feel it.
10:40 to go. And counting here in this 4th quarter. And they go with the inside give, trying to change things up a little bit on the Red Nation defense. They're not biting. Kukuk on the carry. And that'll bring up 2nd down and long. So 2nd and 10. Give him 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1. Starting to feel the intensity really ratchet up here since halftime. Different than how we got here in last year's National Bowl, but the emotion just as high as Mayo steps forward. How did he get through there?
Whoa.
He tucks it away, and he's down at the 21-yard line. Mayo with a 1st down on the keeper. put his head down, got through the pressure as the pocket completely collapsed around him. What a play by Mayo.
You can see he's a very good all-around athlete. Besides being a quarterback, he can carry the football. Runs well.
So Marcus Mayo, number 24, out of Ferrum College. Making things happen here for Blue Nation. 9:20 to go. 1st and 10 from the red 21. Here comes the blitz up the middle. They throw the quick pass, the screen to the right side. It's a gain of 1, maybe 2. Adam Thomas on the reception, number 21.
Good pursuit that time by Red Nation's defense, getting over to find the ball. 3 people arrived at the receiver at the time he caught the ball. Nowhere to go.
Now inside 9 minutes to go. They'll go down as a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. It's almost like that first half was an extra practice for Blue Nation, and they've finally gotten things on board here. 5 wide, 3 to the left side. Mayo will now tuck it away. With his shoulders down, he's inside the 15. They'll give him the 13. And that will bring up 3rd and 2 coming up after the gain of 7 on the rush from Mayo. 8:15 to go. This drive has taken quite a bit of time off the clock for Blue Nation.
Yeah, but if they can come away with points here, still plenty of time on the clock. And a lot of momentum has swung over to their side of the field. They just need to capitalize here. They need 7.
.45 to go. 3rd and 2, Mayo in the shotgun. No pressure over the middle. He throws right side, incomplete. Near corner of the end zone.
Yeah, good job by the defender there. He just forced him so wide that there was not enough field to work in. Nowhere to put the ball.
DeShonta Smallwood was the intended receiver. And 4th and 2 coming up now for Blue Nation, and you know they're going to go for it here.